Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the personal months for April 2023. We're also going to take a look at the forecast for the new moon and the full moon for April, which also includes a solar eclipse at the end of the month. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you in advance for commenting, liking, and sharing to help my little channel to grow and to help spread the word about numerology. I see you. I appreciate you. You all are the best. This, of course, is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading where we'll take a deep dive into your own personal numerology, go ahead and book some time with me. You can find my information in the link below. Okay, so April 2023 is a 11-2 universal cycle. So the universal cycle affects all of us. We will feel that in some way. I'm going to break it down to the personal month forecast in just a moment, but let's take a quick look at the influences of the universal cycle so that we can understand how these all play together. The 11 energy here can bring additional challenges. So we have an eclipse again at the end of the month, but these challenges are always assisting us in moving towards bigger, more beautiful triumphs that leave us feeling inspired and hopefully doing more of what inspires us rather than leaving us feeling uninspired for too long. That's the goal anyway, right? Of 11 energy. So whenever you are experiencing self-sabotage, expect the 11 to put the pressure there. Okay, especially this month. The energy of the 2 brings the opportunity for healing, balance, reconciliation, mediation, seeing others' perspectives with an open mind and an open heart, and finding it easier to see eye to eye. Past relationships could resurface to be healed, especially I would say towards the end of the month, energetically or in the physical. So it doesn't mean that you have to bring this person back into your life in the physical. You can do a lot of this work energetically so that you're releasing those lower vibrations, right? Anything that you're sort of holding on to, burdens, grudges, judgments, whatever. This energy of the 2 helps to alleviate that. We have to do the work, but it gives us the opportunity or helps to highlight where it is that we can put that focus. New relationships and soul contracts can come rushing in this month, so be open to who you meet. Don't, discredit someone or dismiss someone too quickly. Emotions and emotional maturity will also be highlighted. Pay attention to when and why you're reaching some kind of trigger point, right? Or you're reacting versus responding to someone or something. Those triggers are guideposts to be sure that you'll investigate them further, right? Or asking you to investigate them further. This could be a month where a lot of decisions need to be made, a lot of big decisions. So trusting yourself to make those decisions as well as to move through any consequences, good or uncomfortable, of those decisions, right? That stem from those decisions. Being overly critical of yourself or others serves no one. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and break it down by each personal month now. Personal month 3. If April is a personal month 3 for you, then you are probably going to find that this month is very social. It has an opportunity for, going out, mingling. Your social calendar may fill up. You may see a lot of things may feel a little bit busier, more hectic when it comes to communication. So again, lots of emails coming in, text messages, phone calls, if people still make phone calls. But you could just see that you're sort of, the lines of communication are open and things are coming in. Now, this can also mean, because again, we're in a universal 11-2 cycle, this can also mean communication from past relationships, past colleagues, bosses. Maybe you have someone reach out to you that wants you to do work on a project or come back to a specific job that you've worked for previously. But this can just be a great month for networking, getting your project out there, getting it in the right hands. being seen and recognized. This is big energy, and this is meant to be experienced by more than just self, right? So any opportunity that you have to, again, share your gifts, get your information out there, start a podcast, start a YouTube channel, create something that speaks to you, that really, lights you up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful month for collaboration. So if you have an opportunity to get into a business partnership, or I don't know, just share ideas with people, come together and do some brainstorming. Great ideas can come from this for you this month, right? And for the team. This is great teamwork, energy, any of those things. This is also like connecting to your inner child type energy. Again, this is big, big energy. So it doesn't want to be minimized. So if you're somebody who likes to sort of stay behind the scenes, you may find that you're sort of catapulted into the spotlight this month. So you know what? Pick up the microphone and share your gifts, because what you have to say is needed. It's also important, right? Your contributions do matter, even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes. And so the 3 energy is here to remind us of that. Let's see. What else do I want to say about 3? You might see travel come up. Opportunities for travel may come up. Just more opportunities for fun, for just enjoying yourself, being creative. That's a big one. It doesn't have to produce an end goal. So don't be so fixated on what you're going to sort of get out of completing whatever this is. This can be an energy where it's like one day you wake up and you're like, you know what? I used to paint and I love painting and I haven't painted in 6 years. Let me go out and buy a canvas and some paintbrushes, right? And if that's what you feel, go and do it, because it's your soul being like, I just want to express myself today. It doesn't have to be for some kind of monetary reward or recognition. It can simply be because your soul wants to express itself. And so allow it to do that and see what it shows you through that expression. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to mention too is it could just be that the life force energy wants to move through you. So it can be that any kind of movement this month is very much supported. So dancing, taking up a new sport, or just walking, doing something that really lets the life force sort of flow through you in whatever way feels good. That's important. If you're doing it out of obligation, it's just going to have a different feeling and a different vibe. But if you're doing it because you just enjoy doing it, that's going to really light you up. Now, on the 6th of April, we have a full moon. And for you all, this is bringing in the energy of the 11-2. So what's interesting about this is also, of course, the universal energy. So if you didn't listen to the intro, please do so, because it's relevant for you, especially around this full moon. So again, this is going to bring in some element of inspiration. The 11 is going to put pressure on where it is that you're self-sabotaging, where it is that you've let your inspiration sort of fizzle out, where you're feeling uninspired, or if you've sort of been in a period of lack of inspiration. This full moon can sort of highlight where it is that can bring in new inspirations, can bring in new ideas type thing. Might be outside of your comfort zone, but this energy is going to ask you to say yes. It's also going to sort of potentially challenge or test you around things that do inspire you and say, you know what, how bad do you want this? Okay, you face this challenge. Do you still want this? If you still want something, just as badly as you did before you went through the fire with it, chances are it's for you, right? Like it's a part of, what you're meant to do in this lifetime. So it's kind of that energy of if nothing can deter you from it, it's probably really meant for you. And so the 11-2 is going to just sort of kind of maybe put you through the fire with some things that really speak to you, right? Which sounds, anyway. Okay, so, and then the 2 energy, of course, can bring up relationships, relating to others, and, bringing balance. So and what I really see for you all around this, because you're in a 3 cycle, is really bringing it back to the creativity, to the inspiration, and the collaboration. This is, like I said, with the combination between the 2 energy and the 3, this is a beautiful, beautiful month for collaborating, for relating, to sharing ideas and getting excited about things that maybe you haven't been excited about in a while, and sort of bouncing those ideas off others will assist you in doing that. So any opportunity that you have to connect with another person or other people this month is really going to benefit you. So try not to shy away from that. And then on April 20th, we have big, big energy coming in. This is a new moon, but it's also a solar eclipse. And so this is going to start a storyline that will play out progressively for the next 6 months or so. So pay attention to what comes in for you. Now for you all, this is 7 energy. This is beautiful in so many ways. For you all, there is definitely something that is in the ether, that is floating around, and maybe has been floating around for a while for you, some idea, some inspiration that really wants to come into the physical. It really wants to be made into something tangible. So you may feel that very, very strongly, especially over the next 6 months. If nothing is really coming in for you, it probably will. Now, again, through your dreams, through something someone says to you, through networking, through collaborating, right? But there's something that's there that is ready to be unlocked, that wants to be created, that wants to move through you, right? And so pay attention to that. This is also going to be a potentially a strong period for self-reflection, for really getting in tune with self, for really working through some of the deeper thoughts that have been moving through you, moving through any fears that you may have, right? There's a lot of like mind activity with 7 energy, as well as a lot of psychic activity. So pay attention, because sometimes it can be one of those things where it's like you might be carrying something that's not even yours to carry, but you've picked it up energetically and you sort of made it your own. So the 7 energy is just asking you to really check in with yourself, recalibrate. It's time for self-reflection to see, okay, what's mine? What is my truth? What feels right for me? What big ideas are coming in for me that I really feel passionate about, that I want to create in the physical? This energy can also shine a very strong light on the truth of something. So if there's somewhere where the blinders have been on, this 7 energy is going to just bring it into the forefront to where you can't really deny it anymore. So there may be things around relationships or a project or whatever that you've had the rose-colored glasses on, and this energy is just going to just put it, plop it down right in front of you and say, this is really how it is. What are you going to do with it? Type thing. So it can definitely bring in a lot of clarity, especially around things where you have been sacrificing yourself to make others comfortable or to please others, but that's been going against your true nature. So big, big, powerful month for you 3s. If this is a personal month 3 for you, especially with this eclipse. So just see what comes up for you. Just know that if it's around the eclipse, it's probably going to be progressive. It's probably going to play out over the next 6 months, but it's going to be significant. So I hope it's a great month for you all. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.